My name's Rocky Kistner. I'm friends with Acy Cooper.
My name's Acy Cooper. 50 years old.
So, Acy, tell me a little bit about where you grew up and what it was like back then.
I've lived in Venice my whole life, the whole 50 years. It's God's country. You go out there, you leave the bank, and then you smell the bayou and fresh air. It's pretty out there. It's been a good life. My dad taught me well how to fish, and generation to generation just carries down. My sons are doing it now. So,
describe a normal day as a fisherman.
Well, I get up at 5 o'clock and be going for 5:30, 6 o'clock, getting on the boat, leaving. And when you work all night like that, you usually have problems, You bust a net or you get something in the wheel. You don't got crab traps, you get in the wheel. So you got a pretty hectic night. And then you come home and sleep 4 or 5 hours.
Well, I think a lot of people don't understand, but you fish at night, right?
Correct, yeah.
Why do you fish at night?
Well, the water's clear here. And white shrimp, they like the nighttime. They bury up in the sand. They hide in the mud. Once the sun comes up, they bury up because the water's so clear. They're vulnerable whenever they're out there like that. So we have to work at night. They come up.
Tell me a little bit about this year's season, what it was supposed to be, and what did it turn out to be?
Well, after 10 years of being beat up and stepped on, this would have been our year. That's why the price was so high last season. It was up there. This was like $4 a pound. Now, this is something that we used to call white gold. We used to wear hats saying white gold. This was the best in the country, and people paid for it. And now we've got a whole big ball of wax that we've got to chop up and try to see what we're going to do with it, because everything's not pretty right now. The fishermen still have a lot on their backs. BP's getting out of here. We're going to be left holding the bag, and we seen it coming from the beginning. We knew they didn't want to hire us to begin with. And when I started screaming about that, we wouldn't have got anything if somebody wouldn't have stepped up and said, look, you're not just going to come here and bring all these people in here. We know the areas. Let us try to protect our own waters. And so I started screaming about getting us hired. And they could have got the core of the fishermen, the true fishermen, and that's who I look out for now. And they pretty much wanted us to subcontract, and we all know when you start doing things like that, what's going to happen to the money part of it. And it's not going to go to the true fisherman, the one that really needs it. It's going to go $300-400 a day to the contractor, and then the rest you're going to get the change and the crumbs. And I didn't think that was right, which I fought and I stopped it. So we down now. We need help. Don't kick us. Don't kick us when we're down. Right now, I've still got hard feelings between a few people, and it was good friends of mine. And right now, we don't hardly speak. And, it hurts to see how something like this can divide your community. And some friends got jobs and some friends didn't. Some guys made money and some guys never.
Well, there was a story in the paper today where they said that there's no contaminated samples of seafood in the whole area.
Well, our seafood is been scrutinized, and they have been testing. And I don't want to go into too lengthy of what's going on now, but because our main goal is selling seafood. Now, if we get something out there that is tainted, we want to stop before it gets on the market, because we only have one chance at this. If we sell something now and it gets on the market, somebody's sick, then there you go, we have a problem. That's how you tear communities apart. Some people say they're going to be good, and some say they got issues. And I'm not going to be the one to go out there and buck anybody and say there's issues. I'm not going to do that.
Well, let me just ask you, first of all, when the spill started, when the blowout happened, what was going through your mind as it was happening?
At first, I didn't, it didn't really hit me to the extent that it was going to be. I figured it was going to go ahead and cap it pretty quick. But as time went on, then I started seeing that it is going to be an issue, and we are going to have problems. We don't know what is going to happen at this point in time, but we know it's going to directly affect our generation to come. There's a lot at stake.